EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Check 3, check 3, check.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
51 yards on the punt there, and the Bears take over.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Shoot. Pilot, 64, weak. 5. Now.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Greystone travel.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Set. 10 Lobo. Line 50. Go out. Go. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. Blue draw Corker. Ready.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games? Well, it can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
28. Mike, 28. Ready.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Stay with your man.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he completes it to Cohen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, they run with Howard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Come. Mine's 50. Mine's 50. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Smooth. 50, minus 50. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. We got this. We got this. Ready? 50. Target. Deep grip.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Ready, set. 50's the mic. Check it out, read. Topper. Get it.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And 6.
Ready. Mike's 50. All day, baby, all day. Ready, go. 50's the mic. Record. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
First down.
First and 10. Man, I got you. Take 4.
On first down, Cohen. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come to my world. We want.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. That's complete to Robinson. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On the set. 50. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Check 50. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
High 7.
Jones now on 1st and 10. That is caught by Cohen. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Go. Go. 5.
Running with Howard.
You ain't doing nothing today.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the ready.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Let's go, D. Ready.
Now Jones. It's complete to Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. Hey, let's get in that hole. Clear. Mike 50. All day, all day.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch time. Tight end right. 4 down.
From the gun, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Jones throwing again. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Go now. 90 Wolf. We want this. Cut. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. They're going to need some therapy. Go.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now. Let's go.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Go.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Jones operating from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Pick your game up.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 8-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Go. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Jones now on first down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Ready.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the ball.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there. A big one.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
26-yard line.
Let's get it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead.
Dustin Hopkins set to
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down now, it's Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
$319. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Again, it's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
At the 34-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come, baby. Woo! Come. My 28. Let's go.
They go with Howard again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Set, ready? 30 base. Don't get nervous. Cut.
Now Jones on third down. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? 4 down. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, watch that.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Tight end left. 4 down. Ready, go. Mike's 50. Watch the run. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, exit. You better bring it. Shoot.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Darnell Savage on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down in inches. Robinson's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
60 yards. I'm coming after you. Go. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, Howard. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the screen.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Ready?
Now Howard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
50. All day, baby. All day. Big grip.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 14.
Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
36-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen.
Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Below Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one, and Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All day, all day.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Montgomery. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The 45-yard line.
Ready. 8, read.
You don't want none?
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Bears on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Not good at all. Punt Just 24 yards there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Anderson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Anderson, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return, it's White. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and sneak it here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready, ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Packer
70,
offense ready to get
easy.
their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 27-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.